So you're a killer?
Sir, yes, sir!
Let me see your war face.
Sir!
You got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Basic Billiards. I am SithLordFelix with the always awesome Mr. Bryan at FX Billiards. How are you?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Hopefully doing good. I guess I'll start with my APA update. I won my last game, so I'm at a 2-game winning streak. And I actually won through a safety play. I did
very good.
Excellent safety play at the coaching advice of Tim the Hammer, which actually I should shout out, by the way. There's like some Captain's Cup going on right now at our pool hall for APA. And so big shout out to, there's Tim the Hammer, my coach, and then there's Osama bin Breakin', which I love the names of my teammates. And then there's also Frank, who just goes by Frank. So good luck to all of you guys. But yeah, he coached me to do this little cool safety play. I got my cue like pretty much surrounded by by my balls. There was like literally 4 or 5 still on the table. The guy was like running on me, and I set up the safety. And then he tried to bank out of it somehow and do something fancy. Ended up scratching and dropping the 8. So
nice.
There was that.
I found that the most beneficial timeouts in league play are safety timeouts. It's usually a coach calling timeout to show you a safety. It's very rarely hit this ball here, come off of this rail kind of thing. I would say that 80, if I graded timeouts between successful and not so successful, the most successful ones were usually someone showing someone a safety they should be doing. So
right,
it's just my observation.
Oh man, yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, because it's funny. He saw me. I was going to try to make some magic happen and try to run like 5, 6 in a row. And then he's like, stop, timeout. He's like, no, bro, stop. And then it's such a simple little tap, because I was already near the cluster. It's like, yeah, listen, just make sure you bounce this one of the solids off the rail and you're good. Try to keep it in here. And one of the few times he gave me a safety instruction that I was able to successfully execute, because there was God knows plenty of times he tells me.
That's the hardest part. I mean, even myself, well, 2 things real quick. One, I mean, it was many years ago, but when I played league play, and I was the top ranked guy on my team by a long shot, and we're all family. But
right,
everybody was allowed to call time while I was shooting. That was a rule that I had. That if I'm in the middle of a shot, and I'm, again, like I was a 7 and 8 ball, the nearest ranked guy was a 4, but you were allowed to call time while I was shooting, because I played so aggressively that if I was, okay, I'm going to shoot this Massey, you could be like,
just stop.
yeah. You could be like, whoa.
Let's think this through.
Really what you want to just, because I would get in a rhythm. And just go. And very rarely did I pay attention to the count. If I had to win 6 games and somebody had to win 2, I'm not counting. I really don't care. I just know I want to win every game. So, right. I might be taking a Massey shot when this guy only needs 1 game, and and there's a safety on the table. I mean, that's how aggressively I play. I always go for it.
Same here.
Yeah, it's just is my nature. But I also, if there's any weakness to my game, it's definitely safety play, at least in casual play. And casual 8-ball. I was playing with two of my cousins on Saturday. We played for 6 hours, which is probably about 60 games. And I lost 3 out of that night. Okay, out of about 60 games. But every one of the games that I lost, I played a bad safety. And because I was just so nonchalant about it.
Right.
And also because I have no respect for their game, so I probably didn't play the best safety that I could, and they ended up winning those games. But yeah, it's not always easy to coach somebody into playing the right safety. So yeah, I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, one of the few times. And we're firing on all cylinders. Looks like our team might be in first place or serious contention for first place. I just have to get my game on and focus. And ever since I kind of eased up on my stroke, and I think we talked about this last week or so, it's like lightening your grip and slowing down your stroke really opens up your game. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I definitely feel a lot more control, a lot more focus, a lot less antsy, and it's you can almost see it too. There were a couple of times where I threw the game because the one where I won with the safety, I should have won in the second round, but it was literally the one stroke where I rushed it and I did almost like I fell into an old habit of just pow, you know what I mean, instead of trying to finesse the shot, and I ended up rattling a pocket and losing the opportunity.
Well, I coach 25 guys a week, and I have never seen one person that didn't improve their game by slowing down.
Wow, you hear that, folks?
Not one. And I don't remember his name, but there's an old school coach, pretty well known, but I don't remember his name. And his motto is, I don't care who you are, you're hitting the ball too hard and you're shooting too fast. Everybody in the world. That's Shane, Earl, and Earl. Actually, I saw a match last week. I don't even know if I might have mentioned it last week. It was Earl and Alex Pagulayan, and they're playing 8-ball, and the first 4 balls of the rack, Earl is just shooting. Like, there's no pattern play. He's just shooting. I mean, he's got perfect speed because he's Earl, but he's not giving it any thought. And then the last, and the commentators are like, oh, I don't know what his plan is for that 3-ball. And then he would pull something out as he shoots 4 balls. So they have a 45-second shot clock. He's shooting within 5 seconds. And then the last 3 balls, he's using the full shot clock to figure his way out of what he just did. But wow. I'm sitting there thinking, what if he actually used 15 seconds to
walk around the table?
Right. It's I always talk about advanced player problems. That's what it is. You can do so many things that you stop playing good patterns, and you get in a rhythm that's usually a little bit higher paced than you should have. But yeah, the bottom line is no one has hurt their game by slowing down.
Slowing down.
All right, let's take a look at your clips. What do we have here?
Okay, so the front of these clips, this is going to be very error heavy, so this way we can kind of really delve into my mistakes, but I do have some positive ones, a lot of kind of cool runs at the end. But yeah, let's get started. Let me run this back and see where we're at.
I like that term, error heavy.
Error heavy. Yeah, I know. I just kind of thought of that on the fly.
I want that on my tombstone. I am in a error heavy situation here.
Yeah, right.
A lot of speed on that one.
Yeah, you see where I was hoping to get, kind of, sort of, right? This definitely is error heavy in the second.
Well, getting on the 8's not totally difficult, but not easy.
Yeah, I mess it up somehow. I think I think it's by going too hard. You'll see. If I had the 8 now, that would have been beautiful. But
Yeah, yeah, you're on the
yeah, really bad.
wrong side of this shot here.
I tried to stun it back, and that
Yeah.
backfired horribly.
I love the way for most people the cure to being on the wrong side of the ball is I'm just gonna slam it in the pocket
Yeah, make something happen.
and maybe through magic.
Yeah, the Hail Mary of
Something will happen.
full shots. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
me. Then look at that.
Yeah,
Too soft. A little more umph, I would have gotten it.
yeah. Error heavy.
Error heavy. I should have hit that softer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
way too close.
you did not have ball in hand on this, right?
No.
Okay. It's not a bad pattern.
Yeah, no, there's something there, right? I think this one to pull off. I'm not sure.
You gotta get off the rail on those shots.
Yeah, and I think I was trying to stun it off the rail and backfire horribly.
Ooh.
That was a suspense moment right there.
Good shot. Oh.
How lame, right? It was right there.
Yeah. Well, the lesson there is, especially when
should I
a
run it back?
ball. No, you're okay.
Run.
But when a
Okay.
ball is close to the rail,
Yeah.
don't leave yourself a thin cut. This is why we try to get close to the rail to get shape on pocket hangers. Because if you
Understood.
leave yourself a thin cut, your cue ball is going to run. And that's what happened. Your cue ball ran so far up table, you had a difficult shot on the 8. So you try to get more solid, and then the cue ball won't run as far. So that was kind of an example. So because it was a thin cut, you lose some speed control. Okay.
There it is. Not too bad.
Yep.
Ball in hand. I thought this was just a simple little bing bang boom. This should have been like my first clip, honestly. But I think
Excellent.
awesome. I think I clear the table. So
This is a good point too, by the way. When you're practicing, if you finish the rack, finish the rest of the balls. I know in my videos I shoot both sides of the rack, but just in general when you're practicing, it's a good idea to finish the balls. You got them there.
now, this actually opens up something here, because I go back and forth on this, and I think we've touched on this before, right? Because I like drills, but I don't love drills because it's constantly setting up balls. Like my mentality going into when I go to play pool to practice is to shoot as many balls as possible in the amount of time that I have. Right?
What? Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah. Now,
there's a question behind it.
No, no. Yeah, there is a question here. So, because I mean, I do try out the semicircle drill, fail at that, and I try, some of these other drills from time to time. But where are you at here? Should I? Because these are my practice sessions, essentially, folks. This is what you're seeing.
Right.
Sometimes it's me playing around, but it's me playing 8-ball against myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I miss, I get ball in hand. It's that simple. It's very simple,
Right.
because I try to work these runouts.
So this is where I am on drills. If you looked at my time as a pool player and the percentage of drills that I do,
Yeah.
when I was really young, I did a lot of drills. And
Right.
then as I got better, I did fewer and fewer drills. And now I'm back to doing a lot of drills. And
Full circle.
yeah, full circle. So drills are the only time really that we have what is called deliberate practice. Deliberate practice means, and when we talk about, I don't know if you've heard of the book Outliers and the term the 10,000 hour rule. The
Yes,
way
I've
the
heard of the
10,000 hour rule, right? If you put in 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, you can become an expert at anything. But people don't understand what that means, because I know guys that have 50,000 hours at a pool table and they're forever fours. You know, they're APA fours for the rest of their lives, and
Right.
that's not a joke. And it's because they don't have even 5 hours of deliberate practice. Drills are the closest thing you can get to deliberate practice, where you are at the table to do one specific thing that is going to improve your game. Now, playing 8-ball against yourself does make you better. Okay, it is legitimate practice. It's better than playing against someone else, because when you're playing someone else, you're sharing the reps. So 2 hours at the table, you may only get, and if you're playing somebody equal to you, you may only get 1 hour of actually shooting balls off. So playing 8-ball against yourself is not a bad idea, but there's certain things that you learn from doing drills that you will never get from playing against yourself, and certain shots that will never come up, and certain shots you will never master. So the bottom line is, you want to do both, but drills are going to accelerate things, and that's why all the pros, you know, the majority, I know a couple guys that say, oh, I never do drills, but they're not currently being coached. When they were being coached, they were doing drills. So yeah, you just accelerate your growth when you're doing drills, and you're doing the right drills. So that's my rant on drills.
Okay.
You should do both. But the bottom line is, the real point is, know why you're at the table. I'm at the table to improve on my short shots at angles where I get position. Okay, that's the line drill. I'm at the table to work on my short draw shots for position. That's the semicircle drill.
Semicircle.
You know, so that's what I'm here for. I'm at the table to work on my 8-ball strategy. Then you're playing yourself. But know why you're at the table and stick to that. Don't bounce back and forth. We go down these rabbit holes. We make a bank shot during practice, and all of a sudden, now we're shooting bank shots for an hour because it was fun. That's not why you came to the table. So that's anyway. There you go.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right.
There's a pretty crowded table. I forgot how this turns out. And not quite as I don't think it's a happy ending.
Yeah, this is a high inning type break here. Good shot.
Oof. Good little cluster break too.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a luck, though, being honest.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's always some degree of luck. It's just, can you take your skill beyond that point, or benefit from the luck?
I kind of didn't want the second one to drop.
Yeah. Always, when you're shooting combination shots, expect that original ball is not going to be where you want it to be.
Yeah.
And you had so much draw on it, you put topspin. That's why it went in, because you hit it low with draw, puts topspin on that original ball, so it's still moving forward when the first one goes in. All right, so just keep that in mind. That's an excellent shot. You had some nice recovery here, a couple lucky bounces, but
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, given what you had, I'm surprised that had
I made it this far.
yeah, had this run, because I mean, just think 2 minutes ago how bad this table looked.
It was crowded. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess. That's not a bad try. That was a pretty decent try though. Given what you had, you had some.
I
some
went
good
for it,
breaks.
right? Really swung for
Yeah.
the fences on that one.
Absolutely. So your first shot here
Bad choice.
it's not a bad idea, because you can make this ball. I was going to say, if you can't break up, if you didn't get to the cluster, then you wanted to get to it on the first shot. But because you were able to get shape on it, then it's not bad. Well, you like the edge of that side pocket.
Playing a dangerous game, right?
Yeah.
Messing with that titty.
That's like the odds of hitting that
Yeah.
over and over again.
I just know this table that well. All right.
That's another one of those thin cuts coming off the rail. I think you were trying to go up and back, it looked like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it just makes the shot less predictable when you have
a little.
thin cuts.
You're right. A little more umph would have been wonderful. Like so this way I could,
Yeah.
if I had the ball like here and then.
Yeah, I would have shot that in the side, by the way.
You think? Yeah. All right.
I'll take a 1.5 foot difficult cut over a long, straight 7-foot shot. It's just a preference thing.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes I do these weird cut shots that don't make that, I shouldn't take.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's a preference, and I think you would have had a chance to get on the 8 as well. Just hold up. There you go.
Humping that table. Here we go.
This is a nice shot. Oh, not too bad. Not terrible. Not great.
Not terrible. A couple more inches would have been beautiful.
Can't wait to see what you do here, because the shot is to draw back into the 10 and let it stop the cue ball.
And of course we can't see it.
But that's what you did. So we can tell by the ball. That was perfect. That's exactly what the shot was.
Do I make it? Yay! All right, I made it.
All right.
Another crowded table. Let's see what I got going here. I don't think. A little update here. You see this over here? That one table is getting taken down because of termites. So now we're down to just 2 tables. Yeah.
Wow.
Rest in peace. That was like my favorite table too.
Okay. I thought somebody had a bad rack and they got a little upset.
Yeah, right. I've had it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The second time I did that, 2 in a row, which is not what I wanted. Like I liked having that extra ball there for insurance.
Yeah.
But
if you reduce your speed on those combination shots, you got a better chance of leaving it up there. But it's one of the most common things with combinations. People think they're going to leave the first ball sitting in the pocket for later, and it usually either bounces out of the pocket or it goes in the pocket.
Right.
It's very rare that it's hard enough to control the cue ball. Now you're controlling the cue ball and an object ball and another object ball, and it doesn't usually work out.
Yeah,
right, you got a chance to run out here.
I don't want to break your heart, Sensei Bryan, but yeah, this doesn't work out because of this right here. A little more umph, I would have gotten on the other side.
Yeah.
Or a little less umph, I would have stayed on that other side. But I probably should have hit it. Let my stroke out, like you said. Get a couple extra.
The good news here. I mean, you're not playing anyone, but the good news here is a lot of people, a decent player is going to run the rack from here, but a
Sure.
lot of people would not.
Was trying to
So
make something happen. That didn't work.
you know what I would have done for against a lot of players? Just push one of his balls into another one. Just created a cluster for him. Give him ball in hand,
Oh,
and
wow.
tell him, hey, you just got to run 6, and you're out. Because a lot of people,
Get in their
a
head.
lot of people aren't going to, and your 8 was right in front of the pocket, and
Yeah.
and there's psychologically, when you dare somebody to run 6, especially a 4 or lower, and you're like, you just hand them the ball. Okay, here, just run 6.
Just run 6. It's all
Yeah,
yours,
just
bud.
psychologically, that hurts a lot of people because it's such a show of disrespect.
I know. And I know you're right because that would 100% get in my head too. Like
Oh yeah,
100%. Like if someone said that to me, just gotta run 6. Like, oh my
yeah,
god, I gotta just run
exactly.
6. I'm the worst.
Or as you hand it to him, just turn to somebody else and say, "Yeah, he's got to just run 6." And then, we're good. We're good. He's got to run 6.
He's got to run 6.
Here,
And then
here you go. I've never seen
yeah,
him
man.
run 6. I've never seen him run 4. I'm gonna just run 6.
That's hilarious.
Have you ever run 6?
damage.
You're right. God, but yeah, no, that's where I'm at. All right, let's see where we're at here. I think this one ends good. You can tell I have an empty table. I have a little bit more luck here.
Okay. I like this. This is my angle I like here. Hit the titty again. Come on. There
Let's
you go.
Got to grab some titty if we're gonna play.
Yeah. I mean, the odds of you hitting that. I mean, these were over a couple of days, I guess, but that's pretty far out.
This is you. Yeah, because I remember sometimes like I would get afraid of scratching, and then you would be like, "Okay, try to scratch the ball." You would tell me, like,
right?
Try to scratch it. Go ahead. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
let me see you
so I
scratch.
kind of go into that. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually, when somebody tells me, oh, I always scratch on this shot, I always say, okay, let me see you do it. Yeah. Pretty good run. Okay.
Not bad. Yeah, a little 5 clear of the table.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have like I want to be able to run a crowded table, do better.
Well, that rack you ran earlier was pretty good considering how cluttered the table was.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't like this pattern because you have a bunch of 2-foot shots that you're passing to shoot all the way down table. So I would have wanted you to work your way down towards the 8, or at the minimum, use these balls as a transition to get up and down the table. So it worked out, but
did it work out, Bryan?
Because you had to take that long shot. It better work out.
It better. Yeah. About to exile me.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Can I make this little... Don't judge me. Yeah, I did it. All right.
All right, sir.
I think I clear this for good measure, or I try anyway.
Good shot.
And a little titty. There you go.
7 times or something?
Wow. Yeah, right?
Okay.
I think so. A little 4-ball run out, I think. All right.
Yeah.
Some of these should have been in a different order. I try to get them in which ones were more impressive, but I didn't get to. Get to do that. But I do like that. Yeah, it's less stuff going on. a little bit more control than usual for me. And I'm not left with these crazy 8-ball miracle shots that I have to make. You know what I mean?
No, your runs today a lot better than some of the patterns last week. And like I said, that one, you didn't complete it, but it was really, really cluttered up. All right, so how much more do you have? Because I got to jump off soon, but
I think this is my last clip. If you, unless you're done now.
No, I got time. My wife is out car shopping and texting me, so I want to make sure nothing crazy happens.
Oh, understood. Yeah, fair enough. There's the general in the back.
The general is in the house.
Yeah. Which his saying is always like when he sees me play, he's always too hard every time I hit the ball. So like even he knows.
Yeah. Nice run.
And that's it.
Yeah.
A little simple.
Pretty good.
All
pretty
right.
Good.
Well, there we have it. I got my next league game on Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll be able to maintain. I'm going to hit the tables either today or tomorrow. What do you got going on, Sensei Bryan? Anything? Any shows? Any videos or anything you want to promote?
Every Sunday, new video comes out, FX Billiards, and then usually sometime during the week. So, I'm not sure what's going to be the next one I release. I've got 10 of them already in the can. So, but yeah, that's just tune in. But this was good. I liked what I saw. Your form, everything was looking great. Good speed on most of the shots. Some of them that you overran, just thin cuts. Keep in mind those thin cuts are going to run, especially coming off the rail. You're gonna overrun some of your positions. So just be aware of that. All right.
Understood. Well,
right,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Listen, I'm close to 2,000 subs. Help me get there. Hit like, hit subscribe, share this with your friends. Anyone who kind of
tell them to subscribe.
That's right. And we wish you all the best, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Okay. All right. Have a great day.